if I were your program director, I would fine you every time you make a reference to a Pennsylvania high school.
You just want to talk basketball, don't you?
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
I guess what bothers me right now is these second-rate college programs that schedule their football and basketball games at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, thinking they're good enough to, like, dominate a Saturday night.
Who
but they're
do
a
you have in
second-rate
mind?
program. Like Stanford.
Oh, the Cardinals.
Stanford always plays 7 o'clock Saturday night football games. Go back to 1 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
That's reserved for Alabama, Michigan, and the big boys. I just found out I might go see Stanford play men's basketball this weekend. They're playing USC. 7 o'clock.
Oh, Warriors
That
playing
should be
Phoenix.
a 3 o'clock p.m. game.
5:30.
But who do you think's
Stanford's
making that call?
The ADs.
No.
Yeah, it's the ADs.
Tell us, Willard, Pac-12
It's a
network.
television network.
You know what? Be a big enough school to say we're not ready for prime time.
You can't.
No,
you can't.
I'll tell you who could have is Leland, the athletic director at Stanford back in the day.
When you
Jimmy
sign,
Leland?
When you sign those, Jimmy Leland, the manager,
The Leland
yeah,
Bennett?
they're smoking in the corner. No, when you sign those conference-wide television contracts, there are certain slots that they have.
Yeah.
That's it. They
Gotta
don't
be
have
strong
the
enough.
slot that you want.
Yeah, got to be strong enough to put the TV networks in their place.
Willard, before we get to, I want to give you and Dibs, who's not here, FP in form. Great job with Kerr yesterday, and I'm going to take a 180 because we were talking. I don't know what my prediction is, but I know the Chiefs have been, just to me, just a little more impressive in their games in the playoffs than the Niners, and the Niner defense is scaring me. And we talked about it. How are the Niners favored? What is going on? Because everything I thought I knew about gambling, guys, this line doesn't reflect it.
There's a great article in the Chronicle by Mike Silver today that has a nugget in it that scares the hell out of me. Scares the hell out of me.
You got to share.
Well, so there's two things that I think about with spreads. There's the old, okay, we're just trying to get equal number of money on both sides, so it's the public perception. Or the other thing that sometimes I do, when a spread does look out of whack, how is Mahomes getting points? It's like, lean into it. Somebody knows something, lean into it. That would suggest take the Niners. Silver dropped something that I hadn't thought about, which is that the books might be trying to push money to the Chiefs' side because there were so many preseason bets on the 49ers to win the Super Bowl.
I got my dad's ticket in my pocket.
If the Niners win the Super Bowl, then that's going to be a big payout.
You get hit.
So now they want to push the money in the other direction to even it out.
Damn.
Wow. FP, that makes sense to me. If it's really that serious.
That made me go, oh, so maybe they don't actually think I'm 49.
My mom's got a ticket too.
Oh, wow.
She gets $1,200.
Who doesn't? Everybody thought they were going to win before the year. Yeah.
FP. Oh, he told me not to say it. But anyway.
We've just jinxed it.
Steiny, you buying that?
I'm buying that this, to me, this Super Bowl has similarities to the old Celtics Chicago Bulls in the mid-'80s. I think the 49ers have the better team, like the Celtics had the better team, but the Bulls had Jordan, and Jordan was great, and that's Mahomes, but I think the 49ers are going to win because they're a better team.
Jordan had no chips when he met them, though. This dude is on top, right? Mahomes.
You know what bugs me, though? The 49ers, let's go into that statement. The 49ers are the better team.
I think so.
Okay, that's based on two things that I don't know if they exist. It's based on, A, the names on the roster.
Go ahead.
And B, the team that we watched play at certain points this year, which is a team we haven't seen in over a month.
And that man, oh man.
Their DVOA on defense since Christmas is below average. Below average. So in other words, this is a poor defense from the moment they left that game against Arizona.
Where they gave up 232 on the ground.
They gave up plenty on the ground. But since then, just the average line on the DVOA NFL chart, the Niners are below it in every game since then.
That's scary.
Ravens, Commanders, who cares about Rams? That was a weird game. And both playoff games.
You know what that tells me real quick is maybe 2 weeks ain't. They can't fix it, FP, in 2 weeks.
Who?
The Niners defense.
Well,
No,
if this
are
is
the Chiefs playing their best football of the season?
Yes.
Okay. Are the 49ers?
No.
No.
See, to me, that's the way I look at it. And does it matter? To me, the 49ers
Maybe
are
not.
the best team in the NFL over the course of the season.
Yeah.
To me, was the Niners. Okay, maybe Baltimore, but in the NFC.
Yeah, the Niners.
It wasn't the Chiefs.
No.
Right.
And they're catching fire.
The Niners have allowed 159 yards rushing in both average and 5.6 yards a carry.
Below average defense.
And had 7 points on offense in both playoff games.
Steiny, to your point, the Bulls had Madonna too. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Rodman.
Yeah.
See, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that FP brings, and I try to bring it too, that people have forgotten about over time.
Well,
but there's parallels in history.
FP knows this
in
about
sports
me, Willard.
history.
I made a big error, man. I love Phil Collins. I'm going music. I love Tupac. I love all music. And I saw Bill Weir, W-E-I-R, and I asked Steiny on the air, I said, he must be a coach. And then I looked at his outfit and I said, you know what? It's probably an owner or something. I said on air, who is he? Because I only know Jerry
Hey,
Garcia.
Steiny,
and
who
I
does
didn't
he
know
Bob?
he was
Bob Weir.
Bob Weir.
Bob Weir.
Talk to him,
Right.
Steiny.
Bill Weir used to work for NBC. He's a
Shout out
broadcaster.
Bill.
Well,
But Bob,
I
I,
was
only
just-
knew Jerry Garcia. FP. I didn't know.
That's
I didn't. Oh, I'm hurt.
Yeah, no,
man.
that's fair.
was
That's
thrown-
fair.
But I was thrown for a loop. I could have helped him, except Goose said, "Hey, Steiny, who's Bobby Wire?"
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, I don't, because he's on with Willard and Dibs. I'm like, Bobby Wire.
I got
Bobby
it.
Wire.
Yeah,
Now,
there's
Willard, I'm hurt a
I
little
got to
bit.
think there's a certain section of our audience. We probably should have done
talk
this
to
at
me.
4:20, not at 4. But there's a certain
call.
section of our audience that's like,
So it ain't just
Bob
me, just
Weir
me.
on a live stream was not on the radio. So if Bob cusses, and we'll tell him,
boy.
Lucas, tell Bob he can cuss. He can
Oh,
swear,
that's
he
good
say
stuff,
whatever the
man.
hell he wants. He can tell stories. Deadheads
boy.
cruising
Go
around the
take a
parking
shot.
lot.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
I mean,
I'm hurt a little
that's
bit.
happening
Yeah.
today. That's
All right,
happening
Chance,
today.
we got to get a video.
Oh yeah, we got a plane to catch.
Why do one of you look more excited than the other?
Oh,
Is
what I
that just
wanna
in
know.
general?
I try
or-
to keep an even keel. He's
Vegas,
we got to do
baby.
the legal.
Vegas.
I've been doing
and
it all
he's the
show.
guy who'll come back moping with
No,
his
I
tail.
know.
Hey, we
That's
got to do the legal.
The highs and the
I
lows.
gotta go.
I'll do the legal. It's not for another
We'll see
4
you
minutes.
Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Love you,
Be
FP.
safe. Be safe. Actually, don't. Don't be safe.